I'm Mike O'Dowd for USCCA. I want to talk to you about shotguns and why they're such a good option for home defense. We get a lot of people asking like, what's the best gun to use, an AR rifle, a pistol. Very few people ask if shotgun's the best form of defense. In my opinion, it's one of the best forms. If you need the firepower, the confidence that anyone can use it, as well as the lack of over-penetration or severe over-penetration if you want it, the shotgun's a really versatile tool, and I'm going to explain to you why and how I set it up. So how I have my shotgun set up, I have a Remington 870 pump. I had it Cerakoted. It's really because I don't have to clean it, but it's very reliable. Pump actions rarely jam, but they do rust, and I don't like to clean my guns, so I got it Cerakoted. My friend Sean at Modern Warrior did this for me, and he did a really good job with the AR1 pattern camouflage. I put a red dot sight on top with a rail, and the reason I did that was not because I actually think you need a red dot sight. I did it to alter a mistake that the previous owner had put on this. So the previous owner had put a Magpul buttstock on it, which I really like. But what I don't like about this buttstock is it raises the cheek well so high that my eye line could not go down to the normal stock rail. So maybe the previous owner had a red dot sight on it and took it off when he sold it to me, but I couldn't shoot this accurately past 10 yards without the round going really high of where it's supposed to go. So I put a red dot on it. Now I don't have to worry about the sights. All right, so the other thing I like about this is I have a side caddy with shotguns. Some people don't have side caddies. If you don't have a side caddy with your shotgun, you're really missing a lot of opportunity to carry extra rounds. If you keep this by your bed, you can keep the tube loaded, but you're maxed out at whatever the tube capacity is. For some people, that's 3 rounds. For some people, that's 6 or 7 rounds. But now I can fit 6 in the tube, and then I can throw another 6 on the side of whatever ammo I want. I also have the ability to diversify. So you see I have birdshot, buckshot, slug. Whether or not I even choose to use these, I have the versatility that maybe a pistol or a rifle wouldn't have. You're not going to carry a separate magazine of different types of munitions, but each has its own purpose. If I wanted to take this out hunting, I could use my birdshot. If I wanted to take this to the range, shoot targets, or for home defense, I've got my buckshot options. Very powerful, a lot of energy comes out. And then ultimately, if I needed real severe penetration, shooting through walls, stopping vehicles, shooting through metal, I've got the slug. Slugs also go really far. We're talking miles of distance if you fire this thing up in the air. So these are very unique rounds for a very specific purpose. Mostly for home defense though, we're gonna be looking at buckshot. So when I store my shotgun, how I always keep it is what's called breacher safe. It's how I used to carry it on my back when I was deployed overseas. And it's a way where we don't have to utilize the safety, because the safeties on shotguns were designed a long time ago, and they're not intuitive. And that's one of the most common mistakes I see people make when they're firing their shotguns, is forgetting this little button here. Those things you can mitigate with training, but my advice is just don't use the safety at all and run the gun in what's called breacher safe, where there is absolutely nothing in the chamber and I keep the chamber closed. My tube is filled. So with my tube filled to the brim and nothing in the chamber, as you can see, this allows where if somebody in my house came across this gun, or somebody wasn't supposed to and went to fire it, it wouldn't shoot. It's also locked because I haven't unlocked that chamber either by firing it or by pressing the button here. Then if I need it, something goes bump in the night, all I have to do is press the button, rack, and send it, and now I have a round chambered in my shotgun ready to go. Hey, I'm pausing the video right now to let you know about a free giveaway that USCCA has going on right now. Check out the link below for all the details, and let's get back to the video. So another reason why shotgun's such a great option is because the ease of use. If I were to give that gun to a loved one, like a family member who doesn't train, I'm really not sure if that person's going to be safe with it and actually even know how to shoot it or fire it accurately. Shotgun's pretty intuitive. I just point and click, and it's very difficult to miss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple shot patterns and show you how easy it is to hit something. You can literally point and click without looking down the sights, and you're probably going to hit. One more thing I want to add is the iconic sound of the shotgun clicking. It's a real deterrent for anybody who comes in, and you know if somebody's still coming and they've heard that and they've seen that, they probably mean harm. So I've got a buckshot in here. I take my eye pro and my ear pro, and I'm just gonna show you guys what a non-well placed shot looks like from about 5 yards into a target. Going hot. All right, that was double odd buck. So just to show you, I've got my 9-shot double odd buck, and from 5 yards away, this is what that looks like. That is an intense hole from 5 yards away. Let's take a step back and see what it does. I'm still not even gonna aim through the sights. I'm just gonna hold it from the hip just to show how easy it is to aim this thing. And I'm gonna take my shot. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a look. I'm not aiming my shot anymore. One of the ball bearings hit here in the wood, which tore it open, but this is the primary. You see a big spray coming from 10 yards. Let's take it even further back. And if you're wondering why the shot's so inaccurate, well, I'm shooting from the hip. But imagine somebody without any training aiming down a hallway. These are still incredible shots at 10 yards down a hallway without aiming. Now I'll aim down the sights just because I'm a little bit further. I'd say right now I'm somewhere between 15 and 20 yards away. All right, let's go see. All right, you can totally tell the spread now of the ball bearings. At about 15 yards, you're getting spray all in the face, in the head, in the upper chest. These are incredible hits, and you're getting multiples. It's not just one bullet, you're getting a lot. Even if this one isn't a kill shot, this one definitely is. If that one's not, that one is. You're getting so many more rounds on target to stop somebody with high energy, high velocity rounds. Just for fun, let's show what another type of round does. We'll go bird shot, and then we'll go with a slug. So from about 5 yards away, I'm gonna shoot a bird shot just to show you what the bird shot does. I do not recommend shooting bird shot from home defense. I've heard people say things like, maybe I have a warning shot. If you're shooting at somebody, it's life and death. You are not giving warning shots. If you're even implying that you have the time and the thought process to warn somebody, you're probably not in a life and death situation. When you're shooting, it's life and death only. So we load only rounds to be lethal. Let's see what a bird shot does, just so we can debunk that myth. All right, this is from 5 yards away. Now, it tore a hole in here, but that doesn't mean it did that much damage. The paper's pretty weak, but look at all these thin BBs that go in, all right, the lead pellets. You can barely see it, but that's 5 yards away, max damage from 5 yards. It could be a kill, it might not. These rounds may not even penetrate through somebody. So not recommended for home defense, but at close range, there is a lot of kinetic energy that hits into the target. Now let's go ahead, we'll step back from a good distance, and we'll shoot a slug. A slug is also something I don't recommend for home defense, but I do keep it on my caddy just in case I needed hyper over penetration, like shooting through a vehicle, shooting through a wall, or shooting long distance with a shotgun. All right, fire in the hole. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's check it out. So just what it's meant to do. A rifled slug, you even see the rifling marks on the outside of the paper. This is going to put heavy, heavy energy into a target, whatever that target is. If it goes through cars, it'll go through door, passenger and driver doors. We've seen this all the time in ballistics tests. It sometimes will go through the pillars of the vehicle, sometimes it won't, depends on the make of the car. But through a human, this is a massive bullet. It's going to put a window in somebody's chest. The pros and cons, well, it's a pro because it'll stop anyone it hits. The con is, will it hit? You have to have your eyes down the sights and actually aim this weapon and get effective shots. You don't get the luck of spray and, you know, kind of winging in a particular area. It has to be spot on accurate. So there you have it. There are a number of different reasons why shotgun can be a superior advantage for using it as home defense. There are a lot of different shotguns out there. Make sure you pick the one that's right for you, whether it's a pump, an auto loader, a brake barrel. They're all different, and as always, make sure you train, because if you don't know how to use this weapon, it's gonna sit and collect dust. You're not gonna be effective with it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comment section what kind of shotguns you use, how you set them up, and then ask any questions that we weren't clear on. Keep a lookout for the next videos we have coming out. We got a lot more content coming for you, and as always, continue training, because that's how we move forward and that's how we progress. Hey, before you go, make sure you check out the free giveaway that USCCA has going on right now. The link is below in the description, where you can get all the details on how you can enter.